Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I am Life is Mine. So good to see you. Today we're going to be talking about retro collecting, and even though the Wii technically isn't a retro console yet, I'm just going to be talking about collecting games in general. Basically, some news just hit that a guy just collected all 1,262 Wii titles. He has a complete Wii collection. This is absolutely fantastic. I've been collecting games for a very long time myself, and I know how big of a feeling that is. It just feels so good to get the games you want, and then to go be above and beyond collecting and get everything that console had to offer, and I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I wanted to share some of that stuff with you guys today. So without further ado, grab a new pair of drawers because you're gonna need them. A Nintendo Age user by the name of Nintendo Twizzer has collected 1,262 Wii games, and yes, that is all of the games. That's absolutely insanity. So basically his collection does not count for variants, demos, 2-packs, or Netflix discs. I said net dicks flicks, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Anywho, but yeah, let's just kind of take a look through all of his collection here. He's got some really hard to find rare Wii games, as you can see in here. Castle Shikigami 3, Burger Boy, Guilty Gear. He's even got some of the really hard ones to find, like the Super Truck, Super Carts, some of the 2-for-1 games. Cyber Bike, very difficult to find a Wii game. Kind of scroll down here, and he goes into list all of the Wii games in his collection. Some of the harder to find games took him a while, and then he goes into some uncommon games and things like that. So if you're looking out for any of these games, you might want to try to find some of these guys. Some games you might want to be on the lookout for are Chuck E. Cheese sports games, Maximum Racing sprint cars, Fritz Chess, Aqua Panic, Get Fit with Mel B. Okay. I know what you're saying. Or thinking. These games all fucking suck. Who cares, right? Well, it's not just about if the games are any good or not. It's about having an entire collection. It's about completing something. This man loves his Wii so much. And I'm going to show you a lot more than what we got going on here. But this man loves his Wii so much that he had to complete that love by getting every game, and not just game, but console and controller. He's got all of the controllers, so you can see the Mario one, the Luigi one, the original white. He's got the black with the Wii, the Wii Fit thing in the bottom of it, or the Wii Motion Plus. He's got the Zelda one that came with Skyward Sword, and then all the other newer ones that they came out with, of course. This blue one back here is actually fairly hard to find. I think it was with one of the Mario and Sonic games, and then the red one I believe was only released for the red mini Wii. Take a look here at his massive collection. This is absolutely gorgeous. Up at the very top you can see he's got the white Wii, the blue Wii, the red Wii, the black Wii, and then he's got a whole bunch of really good games sitting on his shelf. I can see from here Metroid Prime Trilogy in the steelbook case. I see A Boy and His Blob. I see the Super Mario All-Stars 25th Anniversary Edition. Right next to that he's got Xenoblade Chronicles, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I mean, this dude has literally it all. If you've ever wanted to see what a complete Wii collection looks like, it looks like this, and it is quite a thing of beauty. As I said, I've been collecting games for basically my whole life. When I was a kid, I just got games and I held on to them, and then somewhere over the course of time, I turned into a collector. I wasn't always a collector of games. When I was growing up, I would just get games for my birthday or for Christmas and things like that, and I ended up just holding on to a lot of my stuff, and then I turned into a collector along the way. Now, in doing this, I went out and I found some deals, and I got some really cool games along the way, and I want to kind of share some of that stuff with you guys today. First of all, let's take a look really quick, and I kind of want to show you one of these games that they got going on here. So, for example, if we take a look, the Castle of Shikigami 3, it's an awesome game. It's a shooter. It's a shoot 'em up. It's amazing. I love this game so much. It's also got Time Gallon, which is pretty interesting. She was a Sega Saturn, or excuse me, she was on a Sega CD. There was only one game, Time Gallon. She's actually featured in this game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the game ranges anywhere between $10 and $30, things like that. You can see this one right here. It's brand new and sealed. It goes for like $60-some or whatever. I wanted to show you that because if you guys are out there in the world kind of hunting and looking for things, don't give up hope, because I have a copy of the Castle of Shikigami 3. I found it for $3.99. I found this game. It's a fantastic game, and it's not in bad condition. I mean, I got the book and I got the disc, and the disc is nice and things like that. You know, but it has been used before and things. But I found it for $3.99. That's why I'm always on the hunt. That's why I'm always looking and kind of just. I always want to find games because you never know what you're gonna find. Well, my favorite places to traverse are flea markets and garage sales and all kinds of stuff. I go to game stores. Sometimes they just don't know what they have. You're looking through their stuff, you'll find some really good deals. Actually, I was at a place, a little tiny video game store, and they had their stuff behind the counter, their really rare stuff. But I found this guy sitting there, Felix the Cat. Very uncommon NES game. Usually goes for like $50. I found this guy for $5. He was sitting just in the common, you know, stuff, oh, just Felix the Cat, nobody knows what the hell it was. What makes Felix so special is that it's a really awesome platformer. The NES was, you know, legendary, known for that kind of stuff. But to find something like that game, a game I've never played before when I was a kid, you know, and then I picked it up for so cheap, and then I went home and I played it, and then, you know, I played it with my wife and everything like that, and then it just turned into a new favorite of mine, and that's a big reason why I like to collect old games. I'm kind of saving them, you know, from wherever they may end up or wherever they have been, put them into my collection. As you can see, I got everything all nice and neat. Eventually I'm going to show you guys all my stuff. I'm going to go through some stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to show you some other things here that I've found at garage sales and yard sales and deals on eBay and all kinds of stuff. Alright, so one of the ones I'm pretty proud of is this guy right here. Shadow Hearts on the PS2. I found this guy at a flea market. There was a whole bunch of PS2 games, and that's where a lot of these are going to come from. But I found this at a flea market for $10, and they were actually in here with a bunch of other games. I found this guy, Shining Force EXA. This guy was $7.99. I kept some of the stickers on there. This one, Artanelico, I got the pack of it. This one was only $20. It was new, it was $50. I don't know how much it goes for now, but it's got the art book and the manual and all that stuff like that. It's a fantastic game on the PS2. Just show you off a couple other ones here. Alright, so one of my favorite finds of all time, well, second to favorite, I'll get to my favorite in just a moment here, but my second to favorite find of all time was this guy here, Dark Cloud 2 on the PS2, and I don't know if you can see that price right there, but it was $13.99. It's had a bunch of stuff sitting there. It's in really, really minty nice condition. No one's ever fucked with it or anything like that. It looks like it was barely played. And that's why I like to do this, because you go out, you find stuff you never thought you would find, and then all of a sudden there it is. And this is my favorite find of all time. I don't think I'll ever top this. It's Haunting Ground for the PS2. I got it for $13. It's got a big old 13 on there. It looks like it was at GameStop at one point for $20. Yeah, but it's like a minty fresh copy of this game. It's like never been used before, and it was sitting there, right? I'm like going through all the PS2 games and things like that, and then I see this guy. This is like easily an over $100 game. Like this game, I don't know why it's so rare. I guess they just didn't make a lot of them. One of my favorite horror games of all time. But yeah, Haunting Ground, finally got it for $13, and it was awesome. Alright, moving ahead, I found this guy actually at a retro game store. And it was in Florida actually, and the guy just didn't know what he had. He like knew some of the stuff like Mario and things like that, you know, he had his Zeldas behind the cases and stuff, but he had a whole bunch of like PS1 and stuff like that, and I found Kudelka. This was only $15 actually. I found Kudelka. It's a survival horror game on the PS1. It's got all 4 discs. I got the manual in there. The game is absolutely fantastic. It's really weird. It's like a strategy survival horror game. So basically, you're running around a world like Resident Evil, and then you enter a battle like a role-playing game. The game's fantastic. $15, I couldn't beat it. You know, this game usually goes for $30-40. Another really good find. This one I actually got on eBay. This is one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy 13. I know a lot of people were like, Final Fantasy 13 sucks, but I love Final Fantasy 13. I thought it was a cool trilogy, and I really enjoyed it. I'm a huge Final Fantasy guy, but yeah, I really enjoyed the battle system and a lot of the extra stuff that you could have done at the end of the game. I went on to actually get the Platinum Trophy in this game. And one of my favorite things about this is this was the limited collector's edition. We never got this in America. I ended up paying like $50 for this game, you know, because it's a collector's edition and I've never seen it before. But yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Actually, inside of here, you got a whole bunch of like art books and decals, and there's some like postcards, and you got the game and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, for people that don't give a shit about Final Fantasy 13, it probably means nothing to you. But a fan of 13, this is awesome to really put in your collection. And then some of my more recent finds, I got whole bunches of stuff around here, guys, and eventually I'm going to want to go through and I'm going to show you some more stuff. But some of my more recent finds that I'm pretty proud of, actually, was for the Wii U, and I'm going to go over some Wii U games and things like that. But Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Olympic Games. For some reason, this game is extremely hard to find as of recent. This game's going for north of $100 on eBay right now. You know, it was an official Olympic game. It's got Mario and Sonic in there. It's not a bad game. It's okay. It's basically Mario Kart with the Mario Party with the Olympics. If you ever played the Mario and Sonic games, it's just like that. But it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I actually found this guy for $30. I was very happy. It was in the time like when it came out, and then it kind of dropped in price, and then I picked it up. It's in really nice shape. Can't complain. I got everything in there. It's in really nice condition. But yeah, I was really happy about this. And then probably my prized possession on the Wii U at this point in time, I found this for $30, and I was absolutely insane. This is insane. I got Wii Sports Club on the Wii U. It's sealed. It's never been opened before. But yeah, a guy was getting rid of a bunch of his Wii U stuff, and like he was just like, oh, I'll do this. So here it is. I got Wii Sports Club sealed on the Wii U. This is probably one of my favorite prized possessions on the Wii U right now. Never played it. I'm never gonna open this motherfucker. I'm gonna keep this fucker sealed forever. All right, let's take a look at some more of this Wii deliciousness. I mean, this guy does have quite a collection of games here. I mean, back on this wall, you can see some Sega CDs, some Sega Saturn, some 64, Genesis. He's got all kinds of delicious stuff. But you know, I was actually wondering why this guy decided the Wii. So according to Nintendo Tweezer, of course, this is from Kotaku actually, so a lot of the big gaming sites are actually covering this right now. But the Wii is a fascinating system. It sold over 100 million units. It was an insane success for Nintendo. No other Nintendo home system, including the original Nintendo, could touch it in sales. Think about that. Everyone had one, including my grandma. For me, I felt it would be an interesting challenge. The Wii was unexplored territory. Not many people have gone for a complete set. Yes, I can hear it now. So much shovelware. To that I say sure, there's a ton of great games and a ton of shovelware, but that's cool. The crappy games tell an interesting story as well. I don't know how many times I came across a random Wii game and said to myself, what the hell they made this for a system? What the shit? That was the fun part. And the thing that I love the most about this story is that the guy obviously has a passion for the system, and he's a huge Nintendo fan, you can tell as well. I mean, somebody that goes out of their way to collect every single game for a console has a lot of love, drive, and passion for that system. So, you know, I really appreciate what this guy does. I applaud you, sir. From a collector to another, thank you so much for, you know, doing this, because this is awesome. You know, I mean, there's so many people out there that are collecting games, looking for these types of games for a lot of different systems, and some will never be able to find because they're so hard to find. But, you know, you do have yourself a very nice collection there, and I appreciate you. I salute you, sir. Alright guys, so hey, I want to hear from you. Do you guys collect games? Have you collected anything? Are you going for a complete collection on any console? Do you think this is stupid? Do you think it's awesome? Let me know in the comments below. I love talking to you guys, as you know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will be here next time. I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend, and until then, take care. You know, for me, I love collecting games because it not only takes me back to my past, I feel like I'm saving games and all this kind of thing like that, but I just love the hunt of finding a great game or a great value, being able to put it on my shelf, knowing it's there, that I can go back to it and everything like that. I totally understand and agree with, you know, digital games and emulations, whatever, you know. I mean, I think that, you know, those people are saving those games and people are able to play them, you know, because these physical games are going to be harder and harder to find going forward. I mean, a lot of games are going up in price, as you can see from this guy's collection here. I mean, certain games like Xenoblade Chronicles, that's like a $70 game. Castle Shikigami 3, as you saw, that's already up 30-60 bucks. You know, so I mean, it is good that you know, people are taking the code and preserving it, if you will. And if you can't afford these types of games, then you can, you know, at least be able to play them one day. But my favorite aspect to all of this is going out and hunting for them, finding a great deal, putting them in your collection, and then just kind of, I don't know, sharing it with everybody else. People come over to my house and play my games with me and stuff like that, and it's awesome. No one's ever touched my Wii Sports Club, though.